What's up, everyone? It's Ruby here, and today I wanted to start doing a little bit of a series where I give advice to those who want to start streaming, have a YouTube channel, or especially those who are looking to start streaming and building their own brand. Now, I'm not a huge YouTuber or Twitch streamer, but I've been in this business for almost 8 years now. And I've seen a lot, I have observed a lot, I have experienced a lot, and I also have a little bit of knowledge when it comes to like PR and marketing and that kind of thing. So that's the stance that I come from. And this is mainly just to kind of like help people get started, figure out what they want to do, and that kind of thing. So today, we're going to be talking about whether or not you should start with YouTube or Twitch. Which one is the better platform? How do you know which one to start with? Well, it depends on what you want out of your Twitch streaming or live streaming experience. Both have their pros and cons. Both have things that are great about them and things that are kind of not so great about them. And as someone who has streamed on both YouTube and Twitch, I can kind of tell you a little bit what that's like. So, I started streaming on Twitch in August 2015. That is when I started streaming. In August, Twitch was really the only option at the time when it came to live streaming. I decided I wanted to live stream and not make videos like, YouTube videos because, well, I prefer the raw experience of streaming to an audience. I found Twitch itself in 2014, and ever since then, I grew in love with the idea of live streaming to people and being able to have that raw feedback, to be able to interact with people live on stream. And since then, the world has grown a lot. Now there's a bunch of different options to choose from, and it's not so cut and dry as to which one you should choose. It used to be that Twitch was the only choice, and now there's YouTube that is entering in the game of live streaming. Now, there are some things that I really like about YouTube. For example, when you stream on YouTube, it will save the live views and count them as like views. So let's say you go offline, and let's say during that stream you had 100 viewers. You will now start with 100 views versus starting at 0 views. This helps the algorithm in determining whether or not to push your stream out so that people can go and find your channel. If you had like 100,000 views during your live stream, you now have 100,000 views on your video, and that may get it recommended. Now, unfortunately, when it comes to YouTube, there's no highlight system. There's only timestamping. So when you clip something, it will only make it a timestamp. It will not turn it into its own little video. You can make a highlight during the stream, but you have to do it kind of in the moment that you're doing it. I think you can also do it when you go offline, but it's kind of weird to use. And sometimes you can have issues where there's like syncing problems, or there's problems with like the audio and video, and it honestly isn't a great system because when you highlight something, it's not going to get pushed out to the algorithm the same way that if you just upload a video that is like edited and refined and everything. So YouTube, while its live streaming program is developing really well, it currently is a little bit behind, especially when it comes to discoverability. there is one aspect that Twitch does have over YouTube, and that is rating. Now, you can technically raid on YouTube, but the problem is there's not enough streamers online streaming in order to get that raid system going. It doesn't really work if you don't have a community. For those of you who don't know what raiding is when you are live and take your current viewers and bring them into another person's stream in order to support them. This is really great for growth. The way that I grew on Twitch was through hosts and raids. Now, unfortunately, hosting is no longer a feature on Twitch because that was one of the main ways to grow your channel, is that someone, big or small, would host your channel and you would get new eyes on your content without having to compete with other streamers. Like, you wouldn't have to, scroll to the very bottom of the page in order to find them. Instead, you would have direct eyes on you. It's a really great way of networking and growing. Networking is very important when you're growing your brand because you need allies in order to support and grow your channel. Think of the Dream SMP. Think of Mr. Beast. Think of OTK, OTV. Any Twitch team, esports team, all of them are very important to growth. For example, Lyric, who is a faceless Twitch streamer, grew because of a raid. These are things that are very common that help blow up streamers when you collaborate with other people. Don't think of it as a competition. Think of it as a way to kind of blow each other up. That's why if you have friends that also stream, it's really good to work with them and not against them and kind of just grow with each other rather than alone. So that you have guaranteed views every single stream, you have people in your circle that you are comfortable with talking to and interacting with. And you just, make friends. I'm not saying it's impossible to do it alone, but it really does help when you have people that are in your circle. That being said, Twitch community is very different from the YouTube community. It's another reason why Twitch is so successful and YouTube is kind of lingering a little bit behind. Because YouTube doesn't really have that community. It doesn't have the ability to share your views yet. It doesn't really have that ability, unless you already know each other, to discover new streamers. That's one of the problems that YouTube is having, where, people like Valkyrie and Ludwig will easily grow because they're big names that are already established. But someone like me isn't going to grow on YouTube alone because people who are on YouTube want to see video-on-demand content, and people that are interested in live streaming and watching live streams go to Twitch because the viewing experience on Twitch is ultimately better. So you end up with this dilemma of YouTube has kind of the better system going on, but it doesn't have the community. And the community is very important to have. You cannot stream without a community. You cannot be successful without a community of people because otherwise you'll just stream to yourself. And I'm sure a lot of you love streaming to yourself, but I'm absolutely sure that most of you who want to get into streaming want to grow. You want to grow, you want to gain more views, get more people. And so in order to do that, you really have to assess what is more valuable to me. Am I willing to compete with a large pool of fish that are in an ocean or a river? Because that's ultimately what is happening, okay? You're picking between a bigger community or a much bigger platform, but people aren't really interested in, it's kind of there are certain spots, fishing spots, to continue the fishing analogy. There are certain fishing spots that are really popular because there's a lot of fish. But there are other parts that are not as popular because while there are fish, they're not the tasty fish. Wait, what am I talking about? I don't know where I'm going with this. That analogy fell apart really easily, and I don't think I'm heading in the direction that I want to. So we're going to leave that fish behind and just say, when it comes to streaming, community is huge. Think of where your friends are. If you have any friends on the internet, think of where they're at. Are they streaming on Twitch or are they streaming on YouTube? Why? Why are they streaming on Twitch? Why are they streaming on YouTube? A lot of the reason why people are leaving to YouTube is because of the 50-50 split that Twitch has went down to, because it used to be that everyone was on a 50-50 split except for a select amount of streamers who were on a 70-30 split. However, Twitch decided to reverse that and say everyone is now on a 50-50 split. In other words, demoting the streamers that were earning the most money and therefore making it impossible to earn more than 50-50 on the platform. Another reason is because of the ads. The ads are very intrusive, but also Twitch is kind of working on that, I think. I don't know. But what it comes down to of whether or not you should stream on Twitch or whether or not you should stream on YouTube is preference. You can grow on YouTube. It just takes a lot of work. It takes knowing the algorithm. It takes choosing a niche or something that you're very, very passionate about, and at some point people will come to your stream. Now, I will say, Twitch is a long game. It is a very, very long game. And YouTube can be a quick game, but the thing about YouTube is that it can go away very easily. Like, you might grow in views on YouTube, but you don't end up growing a community because people aren't choosing to stay. You can end up with 100,000 views and not a lot of subs and kind of almost plateauing in a way. Now, it depends on what you are doing as a streamer. Gaming is huge on Twitch. Gaming is not as important on YouTube. You can do a lot of other things on YouTube and still grow your channel. With Twitch, it depends. There are certainly IRL streamers and people who stream things that are not gaming. Like, there are a lot of musicians out there. But it really depends on what you are really seeking out for community. Twitch viewers tend to be a little bit more loyal than YouTube viewers because they grow attached to you. Twitch viewers tend to grow attached to the streamers that they watch, while YouTube viewers tend to kind of drift back and forth because there's so many options to choose from. Now, Twitch does have a lot of options to choose from, but usually, if you like a certain type of streamer, you're gonna want to find people that are like that. For example, if I know that I love streamers that are big and loud and put on these shows and do all these things, I'm probably going to drift towards XQC or even Ludwig. But if I'm someone who's like, I want someone who's chill, who's like, kind of, down with the flow, doesn't like make all this noise. Maybe I'm going to go towards like Lily Pichu or something. Like, you kind of make Twitch viewers have kind of a set taste in who they will watch and who they will enjoy. And they don't really gravitate too much elsewhere. Like, you might have heard of like Twitch frogs, where people will just like lurk in the Twitch streamers' channels even when they're offline, or they constantly be a part of the stream. And that is something that is hard to achieve as a Twitch streamer, or as a streamer at all. But the thing is, it's a lot easier to track who is loyal on Twitch than it is on YouTube. YouTube, It's very hard to remember who is who and who keeps showing up in your stream. And it's kind of a different beast compared to Twitch. At the end of the day, if you're trying to decide whether or not you should stream on Twitch or YouTube, the real question is, how close of a community do you want to have? You can grow on YouTube, but the community might not be as tight-knit as you want it to be. If you want kind of that close relationship with other streamers and other viewers, Twitch is honestly still the platform to choose. Because even though there are ads, and even though there are not as much money, you can stream on Twitch and bring your streams to YouTube. But you cannot stream on YouTube and bring them to Twitch. The reason why you can't do that is because Twitch is very much a live stream only platform. They very rarely ever watch VODs on Twitch. Anyone who wants to watch a VOD goes to YouTube. Period. So, here's my advice to you. Stream on Twitch, upload to YouTube. That's it. Because you'll give your content to your YouTube channel will grow. You will also give content to your Twitch channel. Your Twitch channel will grow. And ultimately, at the end of the day, you don't have to choose between either one, and you can simply grow on both, so that if one fails, you still have the other to choose from. And then, let's say you gain 1 million subscribers through that process. You can now pivot to whatever thing you want. Maybe you got a Twitch partner, and maybe you got YouTube, you're in the YouTube kind of program. You can now choose. Well, now you can choose. Okay, do I want to be a Twitch partner, or do I want to be a YouTube creator? And by that point, you probably have your decision to make. You probably already know the direction that you're going to go in. And then who knows? Maybe that'll change. After all, people have streamed on Twitch for several years and ended up moving to YouTube. People who have streamed on YouTube have ended up moving to Twitch. At the end of the day, you don't really need to choose between either one. You just need to choose somewhere to start. And my suggestion is streaming on Twitch and moving all your streams to YouTube. Because also the Twitch VODs do expire. So don't let them expire. Save your content, put them on YouTube. Put it on a VOD channel. Do whatever you need to do to grow your brand. But make sure not to put all of your eggs in one basket. Anyways, this is a little bit of advice. Hopefully, I helped you a little bit in making kind of some sort of decision. I know it is scary. It is daunting, but hopefully I can make it a little bit easier for you. Leave a like on this video if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also follow me on Twitch, because I do stream there. And comment down below. No, don't comment down below, because I know what the answer is going to be, because I'm uploading this on YouTube. I know. Because I was going to say comment down below which platform do you prefer, but if you're watching on YouTube, of course you prefer YouTube. But I digress. Do what you feel most comfortable with, and do consistently. And I will make videos more like this. I'll put it all in a playlist so that you can watch it. And we're gonna continue talking about things that I like, different streaming advice, brand advice, that kind of thing. And we'll go from there. Anyways, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Hope to see you guys in the future. And peace out, guys. It's been a blast. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.